All right, in today's edition of the Triple Crown News Minute presented by Equine Equipment, we turn our attention to one of the three 100-point preps on Saturday for the Kentucky Derby, and that is the Santa Anita Derby. Ray, when we stack the three up side by side, I'm thinking one area we can definitively say that the Santa Anita Derby wins is the weather forecast.
Yeah, no snow in the forecast in Southern California, not like Kentucky. It's going to be nice, I think, on Saturday.
When you look at the fields, it's the smallest of the three fields, maybe the weakest when you look top to bottom, but at the top end, it's probably the strongest and may have a couple of the favorites for the Kentucky Derby certainly.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating race because of the top three. You've got Bolt Doro, who is already in the Kentucky Derby field with 64 points, coming off that second place finish, moved up to first against McKinsey, who is now out of the race, out of the Kentucky Derby with an injury. And then you've got Justify, the horse that has 0 points, but has got incredible praise for his 2 wins, one a maiden race, one an allowance win. He's going to need a first or second place finish to get in, and I can't see how he's not going to finish 1-2 here.
It looks pretty much like a 2-horse race, but Instilled Regard is another contender here. He won the Lecomte, trained by Jerry Hollendorfer, who had Battle of Midway last year, who finished 3rd in the Kentucky Derby, so don't sleep on Instilled Regard, I would say. But as far as Bolt Doro goes, coming out of that last race, it was interesting. People were thinking, man, he ran really hard. That was a tough stretch duel. It's going to take a lot out of him. And trainer Mick Ruis was asked that this week, and he said right after the race, the colt was exhausted. And he was like a little bit troubled by that. By the time he got back to the barn and the following day, he said you couldn't tell the horse had run a race. And he's expecting a big performance from Bolt Doro.
Yeah, I think he's an exceptional horse, and he should move up off that race. Just as Good Magic should move up off his race going into the Bluegrass. So the top 2-year-olds of last year, they've got to prove something this weekend, but I think they have the talent to do it.
And recent history shows the Santa Anita Derby, of course, is influential. California Chrome, I'll have another. And then you had other California horses who could have run in that race, but ended up, by circumstances, running elsewhere. But California certainly is still going strong when it comes to the Kentucky Derby Trail. All right, that's going to do it for today's edition of the Triple Crown News Minute. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Equine Equipment offers manufacturers discounts to all farms, big or small. We represent the world's finest manufacturers of mowers, tractors, commercial equipment, and paint. Our partners deliver the industry's best value. From the family farm or commercial facility, Equine Equipment welcomes every active equine participant. All equipment is bought at your local dealer. Our job is to let your dealer know that you are eligible for these special discounts. It's just that simple. Equine Equipment, the best value for your hard-earned money.